Today, you will learn how the fitness industry has changed over the past 30 years and what next 10 years will look like. Welcome to Top Rated Gym, the podcast that helps ambitious gym owners build profitable and sustainable fitness businesses. I'm your host, Andrej Svijovic, and with every episode, we deliver actionable insights, expert advice, and success stories to help you grow your memberships, streamline your operations, and achieve this financial stability, even if you struggle with marketing challenges or operational overwhelm or financial limitations in the past. Today, I'm excited to welcome Steve Main to the show. Steve is a 30-year veteran in the health club industry, having started his first job in Northwest Nevada back in 1995. He is a partner and co-founder of Fitness for 10, as well as partner in Parkway Athletic Club. Steve has a wealth of experience building successful health clubs from ground up. He has maintained a passion for helping people get healthy, especially those over 50 and 60 like himself. He runs the Vitality and Wellness program and YouTube channel where he shares insights and interviews with trainers, nutritionists, and other industry experts. Steve, it's great to have you on the show today. I'm really looking forward to picking up your brain about the keys to building a thriving health club business.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This will be fun.
So last time we talked, man, you're a pure inspiration. And I want an audience to get a little bit out of it. So what are the biggest changes you witnessed in the terms of how industry changed? Equipment, programming, customer preferences over the last 3 decades?
Wow. How much time do you have? We could talk for hours just on that. I would just say every club has its own personality, but then the industry has changed. What state you're in, I think things vary a little bit, but we've experienced, you go back to the 70s and you got the Jack LaLanne and the kind of the hardcore gyms. And then in the 80s, we got into the aerobics and jazzercise, and it was an interesting type of business model in the 80s. And then the 90s started to bring more cardio equipment. We're going to use lots of treadmills and bikes and all that. And into the 2000s, we saw the emergence of the value-based model, the Planet Fitness of the world, and the Fitness for Tens of the world. And now think that a number of things are happening. First, I think the value-based model is phasing out. As a matter of fact, we're phasing it out, and we're going to become all Parkway Athletic Clubs. And that's a fairly new announcement that all of our clubs will be converting to that business model. And I think that there was a place for the value-based model, and that was where people, it motivated them to try a gym. Hey, it's so cheap, let's just do it. A lot of those people didn't use the gyms. Now, I think health clubs are something that people either want or they don't want. And what I mean by that is if I paid somebody $50 a month to come in the gym, but I said, you got to come at least 2 times a week or you don't get paid, I'm going to say at least 80% of the population wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's sad. But your health club membership, the people that get health club memberships now are people that want to exercise that way. A lot of people like to jog outside or ride their bike or whatever, but there's certain people that love health club memberships. I'm one of them. And it doesn't really matter because it's your cheapest bill. Your water bill is more than your health club membership. Your phone is
to consider saving money on.
Yeah, your cell phone is 3 times what your health club bill. Right. So it's people that want that are the people that are buying it. And how it's changed recently is it's gone much more functional, which is really fun to me, which is just basic. People doing basic exercises, simple exercises that are just functional, like deadlifts, like pushing a sled and things like that. And that's really exciting for me to see because you wouldn't see that in the 90s.
And here's my point, what you're saying here. It's all about change. You are one of the rare people I interview on podcast that has experience of living 3 decades of changes, not being a member of the gym, but owning one, going to transition and changing multiple times so far, and now it's another time. And my mindset goes, hold on, this is the process. You cannot stick to what used to work. Why Ice Age was survived by Homo sapiens, not by dinosaurs, because the most agile, most flexible goes to the next level. COVID shows that people who are not willing to change, they're gone. I think what we need to see as the industry changes, we have to be as well in ability to change and not to wait until everybody change and be the laggers, but be ahead of the curve and thinking, what's the trend coming up? How can I take the market instead of being one scraping what's left off?
Yeah,
So it's a mentality of having to participate in this world of changes that's how what build good to great companies, like lasting companies.
you're right. We have changed our business model at least 4 times in the last 30 years. And it's important to recognize trends and fads because they're both. But the exciting thing about all those people out there who are part of a health club or own health clubs, the exciting thing is we're not making wagon wheels. So the industry is not going anywhere. It's a neighborhood business.
Yeah.
And it's
That's what I want to talk
business.
About. Your definition of neighborhood business.
It's a neighborhood business where people want to go and be in a social place where they can exercise and see other people. And I don't see that changing 100 years from now or 200 years from now. So yes, the industry is changing the types of exercises that people do, the types of equipment that are used, and even AI getting involved in this. But that's the exciting thing about this industry is it's always going to be there. We just have to catch those long-term trends and get on board. And we do have to change because if you don't, you will get passed by.
And I always think a lot of people have multiple memberships, myself including. They go in group workout, they go club membership, there's different types of it. But also social media and our exposure. I see the gyms are now implementing quarters and parts of the gym where it's designed for your streaming, designed for your recording, designed that you can have a perfect angle, perfect lighting, perfect shot for your best social media shots. Where is a logo in the background, where's the perfect equipment, where every equipment has a holder for the phone, so you don't have to lean it on the floor with some kind of weird angle. Because people want to show up. They want to show off. They want to show their identity, and their identity is connected to the workouts. So now, what it costs a gym to put 50 cell phone holders, magnetics, stick to the equipment so they can hop already trending industry of saying, oh my God, and that's free marketing for you. You control the angle, you control the background, right?
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because I have a channel on YouTube. You mentioned it, Vitality and Wellness, where we interview trainers and people in the gym and have success stories and doctors and so on. And we really like that. But now you're talking about a specific gym personality thing. And this is where every gym has its own personality, and the social media is huge. You hear about the Joey Swolls of the world and these people trying to catch people in their camera view and look at my butt and all that stuff.
Exactly.
I think that's just a personality thing of each gym. We don't have a lot of people filming themselves in the gym. That's just the personality of ours, but it does exist. And I get a lot of I like to watch those channels where they're like Joey Swole. It's really funny, but every gym, and this is why when you go to join a gym, go try 1, 2, 3, because you're going to find they have different personalities. Some clubs are younger. Some clubs are older. Some clubs are going to really have that whole camera thing and social media, and you're going to have social media influencers in there. And some clubs don't. The only person with a camera in our gyms is me. I'm one of the 5, but our personal trainers do a lot of trainer tips and at Parkway. And that's something they're very involved in. That's very beneficial for people. So that's where the phones are and the cameras are. But And it's interesting that you talk about having them all over the place.
Mm.
And that's how you market these days. It's how people see your gym.
It is, and you have very unique approach, how you run the business, how you change it, but also who you target. Your passion for helping people over 50, 60 get healthy. What are some challenges or opportunities you figured out in choosing and serving that demographic?
I would just encourage everyone to go try a gym because they're intimidating.
Mm.
People think, okay, and this is something that I appreciate about most gyms, especially ours. You're going to
Yeah.
see fat people in the gym. You're going to see old fat people. You're going to see skinny young people. You're going to see skinny old people. You're going to see all kinds of people, all different
Mm.
shapes and sizes, and just all different types of people. And that's really exciting to me. We have a variety of young people to older people. Just my
Right.
channel is more focused on
Channel, correct.
people like me, but the gym is, I want to encourage everyone listening out there who's maybe not a member or some of the health club, make that an emphasis because people
Mm.
don't realize a gym is not intimidating like they think it is. They
Mm.
think that they're overweight, so they're going to go in the gym and everyone's looking at them. They're looking at you, but not for the reason you think they are. They're looking at you because they're thinking, attaboy or attagirl, I'm glad
Mm.
you're here. And it's very positive, and you will even get that whoever you are. And older people, I see our
Mm.
trainers training people, and I see them working on their flexibility and their balance. And I'll see
Mm.
somebody month to month who's maybe 70, 80, 90. I see their balance improving. I can actually see their quality of life improving because they're improving their balance and their strength and they're standing up better. And it's really exciting.
And I got to tell you, trend that I see in the world is not just a fitness, it's the whole package of wellness. And yes, that started with the nutrition, but nutrition is not enough. It gets supplementation and the going part of it. But it's a world of having holistic approach when certain gyms are coming into IV, offering IV services, now extending into testosterone therapies and hormonal therapies. Now the businesses are starting. I know Tony Robbins launched the business called Fountain of Life, where the membership is like $100,000 a year, and it's all about living healthy longer without limitations, early detection, removing problems early on, extending the life quality and longevity. There's a lot of money coming from baby boomers generations that are pumping into extending their life because the money is accumulated. How can we stretch it as far as NAD therapies, IV drips, popping all over? So the mindset is shifting and like, how can I get most out of it? I think the days of just building the muscles and showing off are gone. The new world is coming where people are getting conscious about why you exercise. How's the cognitive energy played a role into that? Feeling good and living healthier, more energized, because demand on our life has changed so much radically lately. And with that demand for the different approach.
Yeah,
And I
Andre,
think next 10 years not going to be the same as last 10 years.
you're so right. And it's the quality of life. And I just want to encourage people out there, just start. Because once you get a little momentum, once you feel a little better, it's going to get easier to go to the gym. It's going to get easier to go for your walk outside or whatever you're doing. It's going to get easier to start to eat better. But just start with something simple. Cut out fast food. Okay, go for the low hanging fruit. Cut out fast food and go for a 15-minute walk every day. And then you're going to feel better and then you're going to want more. And
Mm-hmm.
I see these people, they start small, but the key is to get some momentum
Yeah.
and get going in the right direction. Because if you weigh 300 pounds or whatever and you lose 10 pounds, you have some momentum and you
Mm.
have an investment. Yeah, now you
Yes.
still weigh 290, but you have a 10-pound investment in weight
Mm.
loss and you feel better and you don't want to lose that investment. So you got to get those results right out of the gate. Do something simple. by starting a walking program or whatever. And I see a lot of older folks in our gyms working on their balance and different exercises to work on
Yes.
their balance. And that is improving their quality of life. We know we're not going to live forever,
10x.
but if you
Yes.
can improve your quality of life, I see way too many people in their 40s and 50s limping around in the grocery store. It shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be limping. You don't have to be limping around in your 70s or 80s either.
Bro.
Just start.
You know what's my inspiration, buddy? When I feel like, oh my God, I feel tired, or you moment you think, oh, you're aging, you're not in your 30s or 20s. Something in my mind says, bullshit. I go on Google and I look 80 years old bodybuilder, and you see the stunned, like ripped person who is looking more energized than many people in the world around us. This is just excuse. Get your ass out. Every morning I wake up about 5 o'clock, between 4:30, 5:30, depends on the schedule of the gym, literally my class or workout or personal training. I have a mornings when I don't feel like going, but there's no negotiation. You get up, you go. And then you feel like $1,000,000 after that. Sad story, Steve, is I don't know if you see that in your surrounding is, but I heard that a lot of more people are depressed on antidepressants. That drug is expanding like a wildfire. Instead of thinking, where's the best source of good hormones, good chemistry in the body? It's a freaking workout. It's a connection, social aspects. You go to that workout, you come out overdosed with dopamine and a feeling of great. I remember my first training in martial art when I puked on first workout. Like I literally went in the bathroom and I was like, boom, I'm out. But after that, I feel like $1,000,000. My problems disappeared. In a world of now excuses and depression, I think this is the way to say, hey, go sweat for an hour. Go out, put your all physical aspects, all your physical energy out in a gym, and you will feel how much different you feel after that. I think people ignore
Yeah.
the factor of how mental wellness is connected to our physical wellness.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, don't be an excuse maker. And you know what? Some people are really overweight, and some people have a really hard time figuring out how to burn more calories than you're taking in. And some people eat very little and they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's a problem. Figure out, be determined to figure out what that problem is. Maybe your hormones are off. Maybe you have a gut problem. There's something wrong, but figure out what it is. And I just want to really encourage people to start slowly and
Mm,
get some momentum, like I said before, because
mm,
if you can just get a few wins under your belt, it's easier to stick with it. Don't throw the kitchen sink at yourself all at once and try to eat perfectly and cut your calories and exercise for 2 hours a day, because you'll last about a week. You have
yeah.
to get into this gradually. Otherwise, you're going to fall off the bandwagon.
And do you recommend that somebody who is not even in the world of that, like to go in a group workout in a gym where you exercise by yourself, get a friend, or go in some kind of easy classes, or start with a personal trainer? Let's say if the money is not a problem, if somebody have no restriction on what can they afford, but what would be the best way to get them into the world of workout? If somebody's executive, they know they need to do it. There's a need, just they don't know. What would be your recommendation?
Well, first of all, I would see a good nutritionist who I interview a lady, her name is Nicole, and she is a holistic nutritionist who specializes in hormones. I think you need to find an expert who can help you figure out why you can't lose weight or why it might be harder for you. And again, there's no excuses, but it's true, it's harder for some people. So I would start with a nutritionist
Love
who
that.
is really knowledgeable, someone who understands hormones and is connected with doctors who understand hormones, because it can get
Mm.
complicated. I'm on TRT. My wife's on TRT. And
Mm.
keeping your hormones right and not too high, not too
Yeah.
low is really important. And that will help you stay fit and help you stay healthy. So I think that's an
Mhm.
important step. And then get into a gym and get a personal trainer, because now you're going to start working on your body and your body's going to start working better. Those are two things
I love
that
that.
take an effort, but if you do those two things and you get the right professionals, you'll get
Mm.
results pretty fast, especially if there's something obviously wrong with your body, like your hormones are off. You,
Yes.
you fix that, and then boom, wow, the weight comes off. And it comes off pretty easily if you
People
can
are not aware
just,
how powerful this hormone balance is.
yeah,
Testosterone therapy, hormonal therapy, like growth hormones in the body, everything can be tested. You're not blindly taking something and you should never do that. But go test, see your levels, and then it's going to tell you why you feel the way you feel. Why don't you feel? What has changed compared to 20 years ago, 30 years ago? And then that comes with a motivation. You take care of the hormones, then you take care of the nutritions. There's a Netflix movie, Steve, about gut health, and talks about how much biome and a gut impacts energy, depression, hunger, weight, and everything else. You take care of
yeah,
that, motivation changes. Motivation changes. Now you take care of the physical body as well, and one feeds of another.
sure. The gut can mess up everything. Who knows? They can even
Yes,
connect that to depression. So
definitely that. Yes.
getting these
Kevin,
things right,
how
and
do
the
you?
hormones, people, they say, oh, you're on, everyone should know what their baseline is for your hormones. Because I heard a statistic that the average 20-year-old men in their 20s have testosterone of that average 420. That's horrible. And it's, I don't know if it's the plastics and the food.
Should be what, 900 levels or
Yeah, of
something?
course. If you're in your 20s, that's what it should be. That's what mine is. Mine's 1,000. But I'm under a doctor's supervision, and I get everything tested, and I take a very small dose. I don't need a big dose of testosterone. Mine's a small dose. And
Mm.
people say, well, that's cheating. Call it what you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you're enhanced. Yeah. Why not take
It's
creatine, and
called, I would
why
not recommend
why
this to
not
somebody
be
who's 20,
enhanced?
just to be clear. But
What?
people who are, I would say I would not recommend somebody who is 20 to do it because there's ways naturally to boost it up. But
For
if you're
sure.
over 40 and you're dropping and then you're building up the fat and you cannot get rid of it, your energy is down, your motivation, your days are getting shorter, you have no energy to play with the kids or do afternoon work, test yourself. Don't make assumptions. Go check it
Yeah.
out
And
because it's
I
a holy
advise
grail of
all
youth.
I advise all 20-year-olds know what your testosterone is. Why? I'll tell you
Yeah.
why. You know your testosterone's 950, right? Okay, so then when you go get it checked and you're in your 50s and the doctor says, "Oh, you're 400, you're fine." No, that's not fine. It's cut in half. So,
Yeah.
yeah, 400 might be good for some people, but it's not good for the person who should be and has been at 950. You've been cut in half. That's why you need to know what your baseline is, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor,
Yeah.
but why not know? You're right. You don't want to start, because when you start TRT, you're looking at a forever thing. And hey, you
Correct.
want to put that off as long as possible.
Correct. And you want to take care of the family and reproduction and future of your generations, taking care of that. But a lot of people after 40s, they're done with that. And you can
Yeah,
totally go. I know people, honestly, who are in their 70s and they're incredibly fit, energized, sharp, mentally focused.
that's
And it's
fun
the
to see.
combination of the healthy life, healthy balance. It's a recommendation that is now accessible more than ever before. And all what it takes is to get right, connect with the right people. Also, there's people who would make a wrong recommendation just to make money. Don't go that way as well. Make sure you work with the right people. You mentioned nutritionist and your friend Nicole, who is a awesome in holistic approach. How does the people find the right person to work with when it comes to nutritionist and holistic approach?
That's a tough one, especially if you're not educated
That's what I asked.
and know. how do you know? There's so many dietitians out there and all that. But what I would do is I would ask your friends who have used a nutritionist and get their opinions.
Yeah.
People who have hired somebody. Hey, how did you like this person? Does he or she understand the body? Why? And you got to ask a lot of questions. And sometimes you don't know what questions to ask. So I would talk to your friends. You can talk to people at health clubs who had success
Yeah.
and who have tried nutritionists and see
Mm.
what their experience has been and talk to multiple people and ask a lot of questions and keep an open mind. And then that way you'll find the right person for you. That's what I would
Yes.
suggest.
And I gotta tell you, I went through cleansing exercise. I was coffee addict my whole life. And when you say addict, I was really addict. So far that I searched for addict recovery program.
Hmm.
And many people are addiction to coffee, they just don't care. But I was drinking 3 or 4 coffees a day, but I didn't like the anxiety aspect 2 hours after I drink the coffee that comes in and the jittery uncertainty that follows. So I decided to stop and I cut it out. This is my last one. Man, 5 days after that, I had symptoms like a drug addict of the drug. I was shaking, I was
Wow.
sweating, I was depressed, I couldn't get off the couch. My phone is ringing, clients are calling, I'm out. 6 day, I'm like, I'm gonna freaking die. My business will collapse. Like, this is not the way to live. So I went across the street, get a Starbucks. I'm sipping a Starbucks, and the moment it touched my tongue, I recovered and all my energy came in. I was like, shoot, this is showing that I'm addict to caffeine. It took me a while until I get a nutritionist to give me a program of cleansing. Say, you cannot just cut it out. You gotta cleanse yourself. It was sugar and coffee combination. Now it's been like 6 years. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink sugar. I don't take any of these things in the body. And it feels freaking awesome. There's no spikes up and down. The moment I woke up, my eyes are like this. I'm ready to rock the world. Yes, I have my routine. I jump in the cold plunges wall. I have my red lights. I have my PMF. I'm all jazzed up with the biohacking. But having understanding your body and your gut, nutrition and energy, then I took myself off the gluten, and that was a spike of the energy,
Yeah.
another one. People don't understand how simple things in your everyday can hurt you and you don't know what's going on. I'm saying my was bad for me. Doesn't mean it's for you or people who are listening, but know your body. Sometimes go and talk to the experts who can guide you and walk you through the process. If you don't have anybody, go skip the step number one, get a personal trainer. They might know somebody, but don't ignore it. You got to come back to it.
Yeah, and you can do searches on YouTube and on social media for holistic nutritionists and how to fix the gut. And a lot of those searches will show you a lot of good people. So you think a lot like me, and everyone's different. See, I can drink
Mm.
coffee. I don't even notice. I could
Yeah,
drink a coffee before I go to bed and just go, well, I'm out. It doesn't affect me. But everyone's different.
that's
And
right.
it's about figuring it out for you. And
Mm,
they do all these studies and stuff on people and they use 100 people or 500 people. Why do they use so many people? Because everyone's different. If everyone was the
yeah,
same, they'd only need one person to do a study on. So
that's right.
that's the first thing to realize is that everyone's different and unique. And
Mm.
what works
And
perfectly for someone else is not going to work perfectly for you. And it's trial and error.
I love that. And the second thing part is workouts, training. You recommended go find a personal trainer. I had a personal trainer for the last couple of years, and I changed a personal trainer. There was a bad ones, there were good ones, and luckily I have a good personal trainer now. Before I say what it means for me, you're much more expert in hiring, training, working with personal trainer, being in the field, being one 30 years ago, and how do people recognize what means good personal trainer?
Yeah, the personal training has changed so much. I started off as a personal trainer.
Yeah, share that
Well,
story, how you started gym, how you got to your first funding.
back in the 80s, I was a personal trainer, and it was different back then. I taught, they called it aerobics back then. Now it's group fitness. That's
Yes,
what they
you're right.
called it. And so it's really changed. And I did a business plan and showed my clients, and
Who
one
were
of
you then?
one of the ladies that was a client of mine read the whole business plan. I was in my 20s, late 20s, and she read the whole business plan. And she told her husband, "We have to invest in this kid." And he said, "Why? He doesn't know what he's doing," which is true. I didn't. But she said, "He knows how many pieces of toilet paper he's going to use the first 3 years." So they gave me $79,000 and I was off to the races. But to answer your question, where personal training is now is it's mostly functional. You have physical therapists who are going to help you recover from an injury or whatever, but the personal training now is mostly functional. Now, you do have some people who have bodybuilding coaches who are bodybuilders and physique competitors and so on, and they have a different type of a coach. But the average person, most personal trainers are getting them involved in functional movements to improve their balance, to improve the way their body functions during the day so that they're not going to hurt their back picking up a bucket outside or doing something like that. They can go up the
Yeah.
stairs. So that's going to help people feel better. So that's
Mm,
really where the popularity of personal training is now, is
hmm.
in getting your body to feel better and function better. So our personal trainers have people doing battle ropes and pulling sleds and pushing sleds and doing multiple joint movements, deadlifts and walking lunges and farmers carry. We have steps, 2 floors in all of our gyms. Yeah. And so people will just grab a couple dumbbells and walk up and down the stairs. That's
Mm,
functional. So that's
yes.
where the personal training has gone mostly now, so that people, it's going to make their daily life easier.
Mm, yes. And I'll tell you my own experience. I was in the gym for 20 years. And then when they give me introduction to personal training, this was my experience. Yeah, they're showing me workouts that only you can do with a personal trainer. So they give me some kind of new stuff that I have to keep them on. Why they don't show me just regular equipment so I can do this later myself? And it's been a while, like I almost resented personal training. Like I can do this myself. Like why do I need somebody who's going to tell me what to do? All equipment is already here. Until I get a personal trainer and signed up for that. That guy, I came in with a knee problem and was like, okay, let's check your balance. He worked on the balance on my feet and he worked on my shoulders and he worked on my posture and he figured out why my knee has a problem and my knee problem disappeared. I was like, something is wrong with my knee. I can't run. I can't walk. Sometimes it's like hurting me. Pain was gone. Oh, your hamstrings is not strong as quads. You need a balance of your muscles. And I was like, I hate doing hamstrings. They were weak,
Yeah.
but they look for the whole picture. My posture changed so much after doing personal training that all my shirts get short. They went over the belt and I was like, I gotta change the shirts because I was always slouching. Because I go look in the mirror, I was like, I gotta build it up. It's all what I see. Now it's totally different physique. And workouts that he is doing, it's always five more than my last attempt. Come on, it is five more. And he, in the last couple years, there was no single time I got hurt. Prior to that, I would push it, I would do it wrongly, I would hurt my elbows, I would hurt my shoulders, I would disable this for a month, I couldn't work out that part, I would work out muscles I think I need to do, I look good. Everything changed. I think that's the reason why people have to go. Because if you do what you like to do or what your body is telling you to do, you are deforming your body. You are making more damage than good. I don't know if I'm right, but you tell me. That's my experience with the gym, and I would never go back.
The thing is, personal trainers are like any other professional. There's some spectacular ones, and then there's some just good ones. And what kind of certification does this person have? What kind of degree does this person
Mm,
have? Now, my experience came from I was trained by one of the best strength coaches in the country when I was playing college football. So I knew how to do the technical aspect of a power clean and deadlifts and how to warm up. And this guy was before his time. His name was Bob Aleo. So that helped me. So what kind of experience does your trainer have? What kind of education? What
Mm.
type of certifications? And they're all going to be different. And
Yeah,
then does your personality match their personality? Do you
that
like
too.
the trainer? Because this is a person you're going to be spending a lot of time with. And if you don't like them, that's okay. Because again, everyone's different. If you don't like their personality, find one that you like. And that doesn't mean they're a bad person if you don't like them. It just means that you don't connect with them.
That's right.
And personal
You look
trainers
forward to
are
go to work out with them, then not, oh my God, who's going to spend another
right.
hour with this guy?
And right. And your trainer can, after you get going, they can modify your workout. You can meet with them once a month. If you're trying to save money, meet with them once a month and have them look at your program. But a trainer hopefully will know when you should do a couple more reps and when you shouldn't. I've been training for 50 years. So
Yeah.
I don't want someone telling me do one more because I know my body.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
good sometimes to have someone review your workout or give you some fresh ideas. And the other reason why people have personal trainers, and this may sound silly, but I'm just going to be honest. A reason personal training works is because of the accountability.
Nailed
I'm
it.
paying you $50 Monday at 8 in the morning. I'm going to show up
Yeah.
because I have an appointment and I'm paying money and I have a relationship with this person. That's a lot of accountability. And that's a big reason why it works and a big reason why people do it because
You're right.
otherwise they won't do it.
You're right. You're
And
100% right.
that
Because
that that maybe sound like a silly reason, but
mm,
it's a reason why it works for a lot of people.
it's the fact that you're doing the workout accountability and doing the right way. It gets you twice as good results and twice as fast results. And everybody's different. I go there not to build a muscle. I go there to build my mental cognitive energy. My
Yeah.
days without workouts are half me than when I go to workout. It's my reason why I'm there. Somebody else might have a different reasons, maybe health issues, maybe like physical therapy, maybe stretching, maybe whatever is your reason. You got to find somebody who is good in what you're trying to accomplish. Maybe has peers, maybe has somebody who has already done it. And it's not bad things. To summarize for people who are listening this, it's not a bad thing to switch, like you're switching gyms. Go work with a couple people and be transparent up
Yeah.
front. Says, hey, listen, I'm here. I want to work with three of you guys. Give me three, like right away. And then come back to the one who is the best. Quite
Yeah.
frankly, you will do them a favor as well. As you're liking
We
them, they gotta like you. So when there's a
Yeah,
match,
for
it's
sure.
obviously
For
gonna be.
sure. And we do that intentionally. Hey, I want you to go with this trainer this
I
month
love that.
because it's a whole different thing and it's like totally changing your workout. And the whole thing about having a personal trainer, like I was saying, is it builds discipline. That gives me 1 hour to work out, not 50 minutes, not an
Mm,
hour and 10 minutes, depending on what you're doing. But it's you've got structure built into your exercise program. And I
yeah,
would say most people are exercising for the reasons you do now. Age matters. Young people, 20-year-olds want to look good. Let's not kid ourselves. They want to look good. They want to wear the cool clothes to the gym and they want their bodies to look good. I was like that. I'm still like that. I still stay fit and I want
yes.
to look fit. But there's more reasons to exercise. And what you're talking about, your reasons are, I think, very common on why people like to exercise because you feel better. And then when you notice it, you said you cut the
Mm.
coffee out and you start feeling better. It's like now you're addicted to something good. You're addicted to feeling good. And
It's
that's
an
when you're
addiction
hooked.
you want to have.
Exactly. Once you get hooked, you made it.
That's one of the addiction. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of it. Another one is music. as well when I work out, especially if I'm on a treadmill for an hour. Man, my headphones die. I feel heavier. I feel more tired. My heart rate goes up. Everything becomes harder. Like how much good, making yourself feel good while you're working out. Do whatever you want. Listen to audiobooks, listen to music, get a good friend, get a personal trainer. Just freaking find a way to do it. And not only that you'll benefit, but trust me, somehow world around you will change.
It
The
will.
economy will change. The people you spend time will change. It's all because in your world, the darkness disappeared, the light comes
You
in.
know, I just wish people would realize that the
Yes.
gym will change your life because it's so positive. You can get a workout partner just going in. The employees are positive. Everyone's positive, and it's such a fun place to be. It feels good. All the stress goes away. And I just
Yeah.
wish that I could just shake some people who had never tried it and go, just try it for a month and see how you feel. And the people that you meet, they're going to encourage you. It's just an absolutely amazing place.
I want to ask you, your passion definitely speaks through you about the gym and fitness enrolled. And now people are watching and thinking like, how do I find this guy? How do I join his place? Tell us about people who are listening and they want to join the sources. And this is a podcast in your episode. And I want everybody to follow you on your Instagram, and we'll attach your Instagram links and your YouTube. You have tons of followers and your content is incredible, and you're one of these great contributors to the community and really pushing people into healthier, better life. What else do you recommend people? Like, give us some books, conferences, podcasts. How can people get
Well,
deeper into the world of
it,
fitness?
it's
And
something that we are developing. We want to develop into the new year. I want to tap into these kids because they're really good with social media. They're really smart. I love these younger generations. So I'm setting up a podcast room
oh yeah.
in at least one of our gyms where four of them, and some of them are 19, 22, 28 years old, where they can just sit there and talk about fitness and talk about health and let them go. Just what we've done. We've just having a conversation. So that's something that I want to do. And you can follow me on Vitality and Wellness. I think I said that. But we're going to start a Parkway channel also. And Vitality and Wellness, we do a lot of shorts. We give tips. And we have like Trainer Tip Tuesday if you want to follow Parkway Athletic Club on
Mm.
Instagram and Facebook. And we're going to be getting into more of the social media. But what I really want to do that I think will be fun is I want people to try a gym no matter where they are, because all of our gyms right now are in Northern Nevada. So if you're in Northern Nevada, they're all going to be Parkway Athletic Clubs, and nobody's going to be probably more than 10 minutes away from one of our gyms if you're in Northern Nevada. But that's something fun that I want to try to get people excited, because these
Mm.
young people have a
Wow.
different angle than I
I'll,
do.
I'll tell you one thing, brother. You are, in John Maxwell description, level 5 leader. And that means good leaders create followers. Great leaders, level 5 leaders are leaders who create leaders. And with this podcast room, you're not putting yourself in a center of attention. I'm the one voice here that's making impact. I need more people that can make impact. We don't need more followers, we need more leaders. And by doing this, you're enabling people with a voice to spread out. And I want to encourage people in your area to go and find your place and find you and says, okay, this is cool. How can I schedule this room once a week for an hour or whatever the process is to say, hey, let's make a content for X topic and make it big.
I appreciate that. I just appreciate these kids because they're expressive. And when I'm talking about them, hey, you want to start a podcast? And they're all so excited. And yeah, we can do demonstrations on how to use equipment and so on. And these are young people who have older people that they train, but they're really excited about it. And they're funny, they're creative, they're
Yes,
expressive. And I
they're
want to give them a
authentic.
platform. I want to give them a platform to express themselves and share their passion about being healthy.
I got to tell you, before I started this podcast, I had a couple attempts to do it, and everything is wrong. My microphone is wrong. My internet is choppy. My background, my office, my place, my things, like everything's preventing you. And now you're giving them all of that in one place. Boom, just come in, click record, and go live. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then you have idea, nothing is stopping you. We need more people like you in the world to enable community, because now it's a contagious effect. Let's make people addictive to feeling good through right means workout, exercise, natural born chemistry that comes flat through your body. There's nothing better than that. And that reflects to others. And my wife knows me. When I get in a grumpy mode, around 4 days of missing the workout, she just comes back and says, "Are you due for one run? Did you miss the gym today?" She can feel it. If I miss the workout, I can feel it. If I miss the workout for a couple of days, people around me can feel it.
Yeah,
and I know
it
myself.
makes a difference.
It makes a big difference. Makes a huge difference. And I want to say, for the people who are listening to this, I hope you're finding the message. I hope you're pausing this, or you're already on the way to the gym. If you're a gym owner listening to this, I hope you're getting inspired as well with the wisdom and experience and how gyms operate. Gyms, they're successful. They're incredibly passionate in how they think. It's not about single individual service. It's about holistic approach. What body needs, not what you need. It's nutrition, it's personal training, it's chemistry balance, and it's within, all the way in and out. And for the first time, I'm hearing personal training for the swimming. How brilliant that is. Think
Swimming,
about
yeah.
need. It's unspoken need. It's the need that people are not going to come to you because they're ashamed to say, I don't know. It's like bicycle. How many people will say, I don't know how to freaking drive a bicycle, I'm too old to learn?
Right.
Maybe I just
Yeah.
gave you idea one. Learn it. Learn people after
Andre,
childhood how to swim, how to freaking drive.
it's been so popular.
It's
People
never
like,
too
oh,
late to
that's my
have.
personal trainer when you're really learning how to swim. And
And
the
let's consider
stretch,
how much water has an impact on calorie burn, on a whole body balance, on the full body development. It's two in one.
yeah.
Two in one.
And the stretch, because I know that your audience is health club owners also. The stretch is something that our objective is to help other clubs add that service into their gyms. So it's a whole nother service that they can add into their gym with a kind of a small room that is just taking off like wildfire for us.
I believe, and listen, the gyms I go to, there's a pool, there's nobody ever classes doing there. Maybe when I'm not around, but there's a place, utility, and assets you might have in the gym that you don't have a clue how to use it. How many square feet takes to put a room together for the podcast? Think about it. How many views that can bring on? Where that can put you in a position? Man, this is brilliant. This is such a brilliant way, and it's all from the heart to making better good for the community. And I
Yeah.
want to ask you one of the last questions. We got to resume this in another episode to be continued talking more about this. But it's a question about audience that they usually have at this time. It's like, how do I get in touch with Steve? How do I find you? How can people find more about you? Either somebody who wants to join you in a mission and expanding your enterprise to the next level, maybe employee who's coming to looking for the place like yours to come work, partners or members. Like, how can people find you?
They can go to my website, stevemain.com, and they can reach me there. And also Vitality and Wellness we're on Instagram and YouTube, but it's an easy way to just go send me a note through my website, which is stevemain.com. I'd say that's the easiest way, and then I can get back to you.
On behalf of the community, my friend Steve, I got to say thank you for everybody who is listening, who is getting inspired from every angle of the life. Somebody who is starting, thinking, no matter if they're in a wellness career or business owner career, there's a lesson for everybody here. How leaders in the world think. And I know you don't hold anything back. Thank you for sharing your wisdom today. I really appreciate having you on the podcast.
Sure. This was fun. Anytime. I'll just love talking to you. And this is my passion. So thanks for having me.
And if you guys are excited about a topic, you know what to do. Click like, subscribe, and share with one person who will appreciate that, who will gonna tell you thank you, that was a freaking awesome share. Until then, signing off. See you guys next time. If you are a gym owner looking to become a top-rated gym in your area, visit topratedgym.com and grab our free 30-day reputation boost. That's topratedgym.com. I'll add it to the show notes for you. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Stay strong, stay motivated, and keep pushing your gym to the top. Until next time, this is Andre signing off.